Hello everybody. At this video, we are going to study about the system of equation but solving by substitution method. The other method was addition method, and now this is a substitution method. We use this particular method if the system of equations has x equals something or y equals something format, or any equation that easily convert into x equals something or y equals something, then you use this substitution method. Let's look at the example. Now, if you have a system of equation and they want to solve this two system of equations with the two variables. Now, as you see, one of the equation has y equals something. This is time that we're going to use this substitution method, because since y equal to 2x minus 1, for the other equation y, I can substitute a 2x minus 1 with this y. So plug y as 2x minus 1 for y in equation 1. If I do that, then I will end up with a 4x plus 3 times of 2x minus 1 instead of y equals to 27. So in this way, we have equation with one variable. So when you have an equation with one variable, you can solve for that variable. So what has happened was that when you had the two variable, in this particular case, y has been replaced with the x. So now you only will have an equation with x's. So that's the equation with one variable. So when you have this 4x plus 3 times of 2x minus 1, now first thing you do is you distribute this 3 in front of parentheses into expression inside of parentheses. So if you do that, 3 times 2x is 6x, and 3 times with minus 1 become minus 3. And then in this substitution method, you always have more than one variable, like terms, so you have to combine the like term. So 4x plus 6x become 10x. So now this equation becomes 10x minus 3 equals 27, which is this. And then you solve for this by adding 3 in both sides. Then 10x become 27 plus 3, which is 30. And then you divide both sides by 10. Then you got x equal to 3. So you have a one variable, value of the one variable. And then, like we did in addition method, you substitute this into either one of the original equation. Usually it's simpler if you substitute into one that has x equals something or y equals something equation. So I'm going to replace into equation number 2, which is y equal 2x minus 1, as for x as 3. Okay. So if I do that, y equal 2 times 3 minus 1, because x has been replaced with the 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And 6 minus 1 is 5. So you get a y value. So you have x value as a 3 and y value as a 5. So your final answer becomes 3 comma 5. By notating that x, you write it first and put y value. Okay. So that's one type. Another type is, as I said before, if it's easy to transform equation into either x equals something or y equals something, then we can use this method. So from equation 1 and 2, second equation is easy to translate that into x equals something by moving 2y to the other side. So when you have the x plus 2y equal 2, now I'm going to do this particular method, I substitute into the, I guess it's yeah. So if you solve for the x minus 2y minus 2y, x become negative 2y plus 2. So, or 2 minus 2y, either one of them, I just switch them, okay? But you can use either one of them and replace it into original equation. So in here, again, you change second equation, x plus 2y equal 2, and you transform that into x equals 2 minus 2y. And then you replace x in our original equation as 2 minus 2y. So if you replace them or substitute x as a 2 minus 2y, you end up with this. And then you have to distribute whenever there is a number in front of parentheses. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times negative 2y is minus 6y. And then minus y equal 26. So again, you have a like term, most of the case on substitution method. If you combine negative 6y minus 4y, you end up with negative 6y plus negative 4y. Same sign, negative and negative, so you end up with negative 10y. So 6 minus negative 10y equal 26. Now we are trying to solve 6 minus 10y equal 26. Then you have to move 6, so minus 6 minus 6. You end up with negative 10y equals 26, it was 20. And then you divide both sides by negative 10, then you end up with y equals negative 2. So you got y as a negative 2. So once you have a y equals negative 2, so your answer should be 2 for the y position. Now you substitute that into, in this particular case, I'm going to substitute them into second equation. So when I do that, actually substitute into x equal 2 minus 2y, which is this, okay? So if I substitute y as negative 2, I end up with x equal 2 minus 2 times of negative 2. So this become 4, so 2 plus 4, because x equals 2 minus negative 2, 2 times negative 2, so that end up with positive 4. So 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay? So these are the typical substitution method. One is already x equals something, y equals something, then you use a substitution method. If one of them is has the x equals something, y equals something equation, then you definitely use the substitution method. And second example is when you have equation but easily can convert into the x equal something or y equal something, then you can also, after you change them, and utilize the substitution method. Okay, so now everybody practice the workbook. problems in a workbook on section for the substitution method. Okay, this is the end of the video. I will see you on next video. Good luck to everybody. Thank you.